Do not let your professors intimidate you. These are just people. They get up in the morning and they put on their clothes and they walk into the classroom, and some of them are miserable. They were miserable before you even arrived. They woke up miserable, and maybe they're not miserable, but they're dealing with a family issue or a money issue, or they have a health issue, or they're dealing with the bureaucracy of the school. And then you walk in, right? You walk in and you have a question, and they don't feel like answering it because they're having a day and they're short with you or impatient, and you take it personally. But the thing is, if they were overtired or miserable or unhappy before you arrived, it has nothing to do with you. Nothing to do with you. And a lot of these people, they're intimidating because they've been there a while and they have power, but they are people. They are people, and this is their job. And your job is to learn. Your job is to get the knowledge you need to help you to get where you want to go. And these are the people who hold the knowledge. So if these people aren't accessible or kind, the majority of them are pretty good people. Like, they're nice people. Very few of them are huge a-holes. Some of them are, and you could find workarounds for them. But most of them want to help you. So instead of being intimidated and so worried, appreciate these are people with problems and challenges and issues and obligations. There's a student who was so offended because they asked a professor a question, and the professor was impatient, couldn't answer it, rushed out. And a couple days later, the professor said, "I'm really sorry. I have a kid who is sick and I had to take them to the doctor and I just feel really bad." And it was the professor. The student was too intimidated to talk about it. Here's what you do. If you have a question, you talk to your professor and you say, "Excuse me, is this a good time to ask a question?" You can ask that. They'll be like, "No." Or they'll be like, "Yeah, this is a great time." Or they'll say, "Come to office hours." Office hours are great. And if you go to office hours and you try to get help and you're uncomfortable because you're not getting the help or something happens, you could say, with all due respect, "I'm very uncomfortable because of," and you could share what it is. And of course, you shouldn't have to work so hard to get someone to help you. But these are people and different personalities, and this is going to happen throughout your life. Oftentimes, it's the most difficult professors who turn out to be the most amazing cheerleaders. They're in your corner, they help you, they support you. And when you talk to them about how you're feeling or how an interaction made you uncomfortable, a lot of times they snap out of it. And they realize why they're there, and they want to help you, and they want to support you. Some of the toughest ones can be some of the most wonderful ones. Do not let them intimidate you. Get to know them. And if they're just, a-holes, then find workarounds.